What's going on, guys? Ian Binnick back with another video, and today's video we're going to be talking about the 9 Google Chrome extensions that I think all digital marketers and entrepreneurs should be using. If you're running a small digital marketing agency or a social media marketing agency, then these are Chrome extensions that if I had known about when I started back in 2017, I would be absolutely crushing the game. And so I'm right here ready to show them to you. So without further ado, let's just dive in right into my computer and we'll walk through this blog post that I put together. See you there. Cool, so we're in the blog post now. This is on our website. We post a bunch of these every single week. And you know, if you're looking for ninja tips that you really just can't find anywhere else on the internet, you're coming to the right place. That's where we're at. That's optimizing marketing. Without further ado, let's just jump in. So these are the Chrome extensions that I think are the absolute best, and I think everyone should be using them, especially if you're in digital marketing. So number one is SimilarWeb. SimilarWeb allows you to go to anyone's website, and as long as they have a decent number of volume, I think it's literally over just like 100 clicks a day or something, then you can click the Chrome extension and voila, you're going to see monthly visitors, a 3-month trend, and some cool stats on the visitor behavior. You're able to see it sort of in like a format like this. You also get cool stats like bounce rate, pages per visit, monthly visits, and average session duration, which is a really important stat to have, especially if you're going to prospective clients, whether you're, maybe marketing for restaurants or you're actually marketing for larger B2B SaaS companies like our company is. Then it's really important for us to see average session duration, because it doesn't matter how many clicks they're necessarily getting if the people are only staying for 20 seconds. That could be an indication that there's a tech stack problem on their website. The other really cool thing that SimilarWeb does is it allows you to see where traffic is coming from. So you can see whether like 90% of the traffic is coming from direct, or if 50% of their traffic is coming from display ads. That could explain why their average session duration is super low. And so this actually really wows clients, and especially in cold emails when I'm reaching out to prospective clients, when I'm able to provide them with data that they don't even know. A lot of times, especially if they're in a new position, or the CEO, for example, they don't necessarily have access to the Google Analytics. And so I'm able to provide them this data, and it makes me look like an expert immediately, because I know more about their company's website than they know about their company's website. And so it builds a little bit of trust. So if you are in digital marketing and you're not using SimilarWeb, I would highly recommend it. It's one of the best Chrome extensions out there. That's why we started first with it. Now let's jump into number 2. Number 2 is Wappalyzer, and this app is a beast. It's very similar to SimilarWeb, and it essentially is, you can do this on any website. So if you go to my website, for example, you are able to click on Wappalyzer, and it is going to show the technologies that are on my website or on anyone's website. And so, for example, you get analytics tags, which is really nice for giving you indication if they're using any sort of paid media. You get JavaScript frameworks, just kind of indication on like the framework that their website is built on. You can see the CMS that their website's built on, the CRM that they're using, if they're using Google Tag Manager or not, which depending on your industry and who you're actually targeting, you could actually get a lot of information here that could be super helpful for you whenever you're actually pitching these people and knowing what you're walking into. If you're walking into a minefield of disgusting code that's on the back end of the site, you're gonna know that you're probably gonna need to charge more money as a retainer fee for these guys, or a one-time project, versus the people that already have a Google Tag Manager set up and they already have their LinkedIn Insight tag on there and their Google Analytics firing. So these are just some things that are super helpful, again, that you can discover within seconds and provide very personalized responses in emails and potentially text messages if you have these leads numbers. So Wappalyzer and SimilarWeb are my go-to. I use them every single time I go to anyone's prospective website. Now let's jump into number 3. Number 3 is more on the sales side. So although, this is a digital marketing video, we are going to talk a little bit about the entrepreneurship aspect of this, and that is all about prospecting and cold emailing. And Apollo is a Chrome extension that is incredible for this. It basically allows you to go to anyone's LinkedIn, or potentially their website, and you're able to find their email address and their phone number pretty much for free. So for example, on my LinkedIn, this pops up. If you have the Apollo extension, or if you, on Google, whenever you're searching anywhere, you're going to see an Apollo extension show up on the right. And you're able to see that my email address is shown whenever this person went to my LinkedIn. And you're also able to see a company phone number, which actually is not accurate, but this is very interesting. I wonder where they're getting this from. This might be for my full-time job's phone number, but who knows? And then you can see that my phone number is actually blurred out here. It's because the way Apollo works is you have to use credits, and credits are kind of, they're basically free. You get like 1,200 free credits when you start with Apollo, but it has a very affordable plan moving forward. So after you use 1,200 credits, you're actually able to purchase, or you're able to purchase their higher tier plan, which is $35 a month, but you get unlimited credits. And as someone who's doing prospecting every single week, I'm reaching that 1,200 credit limit pretty quick, but that's okay because I'm able to send emails, I'm able to find emails faster, and for $35 a month, you really can't beat a Chrome extension that basically finds you pretty reliable data pretty fast. So an incredible Chrome extension. If you're doing any sort of prospecting, definitely look into it. Let's jump in to number 4. Number 4 is Hunter. So Hunter is very similar to very, very similar to Apollo, where if you unfortunately are not able to find the email address with Apollo, which sometimes happens, you can use Hunter to just type in the website URL of your prospective company, and Hunter will most likely be able to find an email address that's relevant to the domain. And usually this is helpful because you're going to be able to find out the syntax of the email address. So you might not necessarily be able to find the specific email address that you're looking for, but you are able to find a syntax, which is like first name, last name at companyname.com. This is really helpful because if you don't have access to like the CEO's email, for example, but you know the CEO's name because you're able to find them on LinkedIn, you're able to put in the CEO's name in that very specific syntax, and most times it's going to work. I know people that I work with, people specifically that have founded companies, and they make their email very different than everyone else's, and that's simply because they don't want to be getting cold email and prospect responses. But most people do not do that, especially in large corporations where there's an HR team. If you're maybe going for an enterprise client, that's not actually what's going to happen. So just keep that in mind. If you're trying to reach out to the CEO and it's impossible, you might need to look for the CMO or someone else that's maybe a little bit more relevant to the field you're going after. But Hunter is a nice follow-up if you don't have the email address in Apollo. Let's go into the next Chrome extension. So the next couple are more of like quality of life things, and so we're gonna run through them pretty quickly. But we have the emoji keyboard. If you're not using a Mac, or, if you're just on some weird website editor and it doesn't have the access to emojis, it's really nice just to be able to go up to your Google Chrome extension real quick and grab an emoji and throw it into your text. It just makes things more appealing and makes things come to life. And quite honestly, people should be using emojis more because it does help catch people's eye, especially in the search engines if you're able to throw emojis into the search engine. Number 6 is Colorzilla. If you've ever been on someone's website and you aren't able to figure out what the exact color is on their website, you're able to use Colorzilla, which is right here, and you're able to essentially pick a color on the screen and it's going to copy the color code for you. And what's really cool is you can have a color history of any colors that you've selected here. So this is a really nice Chrome extension for any creative people, especially if you're an entrepreneur, a one-man show. You're going to be doing some creative work, unfortunately, even if you're not really a creative genius. But you have to be able to find colors and stay consistent with brand. And so that is why Colorzilla is really nice. Moving into number 7, we're going to be talking about Loom. Loom is a really cool Chrome extension that is essentially free. You are able to film videos up to 5 minutes, and you're able to have 25 free videos on your account, all for just signing up. If you haven't been using Loom yet, it's been around for a couple years. I've been using it since it started. And I have to tell you, when I'm emailing prospects or emailing even just clients that I have now, they always appreciate a Loom over a really long email because one, it puts a face to the name, especially if you're a remote worker, but two, it just helps show them exactly what you're talking about so that, you know, these clients, they might not know anything about ads, they might not know anything about putting a website together. So if you're talking about something that's relatively complicated, make sure you send a Loom so that they can actually see what you're talking about and maybe break it down for them a little bit more. So basically, for a free Chrome extension, you have no reason not to be able to send clear communications to your clients. Going into number 8, we are going to be talking about what font. It's the same thing as Colorzilla. Essentially, it just helps you find fonts on website pages and steal them. And the nice part is you're able to find that font and then go right into Google Fonts, download the font, and then use it in your videos or use it in your website or whatever. So it's really awesome. And then last but not least is Go Full Page. Go Full Page is nice whenever, again, if you're responding to clients or you're doing some sort of collaborative editing, being able to send a full screenshot of the website instead of having multiple screenshots. Being able to send one image that is the full screenshot that they can zoom into is incredibly important and just kind of simplifies communications with clients. So that was all 9 Google Chrome extensions that I use on a daily basis and I've been using as an entrepreneur for the past several years now. They help me create very personalized information or very personalized emails to my clients and prospects. And I think you should be using these too, especially if you're a digital marketing agency or social media marketing agency. So if you found this video helpful, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. There's more videos coming on the way. We're going to be doing a lot of cool stuff, especially stuff that's really just not on the internet yet. I mean, even filming this video, I was surprised that there's not a lot of Google Chrome extension videos out there yet, and I think it's just because it's kind of a new industry. A lot of this stuff has only been around for a couple of years, and this stuff that I'm talking through now, like, you know, Wapalizer and SimilarWeb, like, their stuff's always getting better, and you're able to, you know, we're finding this new technology, we're at the cutting edge because we're working with tons of clients all the time, so we're able to put together cool videos that really there's no blog posts out there on the internet about them. So if you're interested, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.